What's up, guys? Chris Osberg here, Winding Road Magazine. I just logged through a bunch of snow, Metro Detroit. Took me over 2.5 hours to get here, but here I am. 2017 North American International Auto Show. There's a lot going on here today. I'm going to take a walk around, let you know what I think of a couple things. It's really cool. Hope you guys enjoy it. Easily one of my favorite cars at the whole auto show is all new Ford GT. This thing is absolutely stunning. Take a look at how low the car is. One thing that you may not catch in pictures and in videos is just how striking such a low car is. When you stand up next to it, top of the roof is right up at your hip level. It's really just amazing packaging. Lots of carbon fiber hanging off of this thing. Take a look at those wheels. Carbon ceramic brakes, of course. As I said before, the Ford GT is absolutely dripping with carbon fiber. And all of the structure you see here is not cosmetic. The door structure is actually made out of carbon fiber. As you can see, the exposed tub here, this isn't just carbon fiber trim like you might find on other high-end cars. This car is strictly business. I'm gonna see if I can get into this thing. So I've seen some comments online of how Spartan the interior looks in the GT, but to be honest, this thing is strictly business. I have no complaints about the interior on this car. This car is designed to be a race car with license plates, and it doesn't have the extra bells and whistles. Everything you have is functional, and it is high quality. Gear selector down here, red engine start button. Got the infotainment, climate control over here. We've got a lot of controls on the steering wheel. I assume these are traction control or driving modes. Got your wipers. I assume these are turn signals here. Shift paddles. No disappointments from BMW either with the new premiere of their 5 Series sedan. Personally, I think this thing looks great. It really has gone back to the traditional BMW styling. As someone who's owned an E34 and an E39 5 Series, I really do appreciate the direction the styling has gone. Personally, I wasn't a fan of the Bangle era BMWs, but this new design is really stunning, while offering a look that's definitely going to be timeless. It's going to look good in the future. A few highlights from this M branded 550i. Really aggressive rolling stock on this thing. Got some really low profile tires, nice looking monoblock brake calipers. Quilted seats look great. Behind me, I've got the Acura NSX. While not being a new car, it's still one of their most exciting offerings. It's a car I really like. I think it's a little bit underrated in the press. I've seen a lot of polarizing reviews. People either really like it or really don't like it. Personally, I think the styling's great. I'm hoping to get some seat time in it to get you an idea of what I think of the driving dynamics. But when guys like Chris Harris, give the car strong praise, there's definitely something to the substance there. So, Power Wagon. Because you can never have too much brake, we have eye candy here from Brembo. Check out all of these pretty calipers. From a nice little 4-piston monoblock caliper all the way to the Big Daddy 10-piston. Awesome looking Acura NSX GT3 race car. Please do not touch. Doesn't say anything about driving. On the Audi side, we have the world premiere of the Q8, which is Audi's 4-door SUV coupe with the Prologue-inspired Mark Lichter design. It is an e-tron, meaning it is a plug-in electric hybrid. You can see that the styling is quite a bold move for Audi. Let me try to get you a view of this thing here. It looks really good. The color is awesome. The styling is quite bold. We'll go ahead and take a look at the interior when we have a chance here. Another world premiere for Audi is the new SQ5, which is coming out of their new factory in Mexico. So those of you who love performance SUVs, this should be a pretty interesting option. As with the S5, it is powered by a 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine. Cool. Got some red accented carbon fiber here trim. Red deviated stitching on the steering wheel. 6-piston mono black brake calipers. We'll be looking forward to driving one of these. Here's another view of the Q8 e-tron from the side.
The only thing I'm sitting there. Okay.
The interior of the Q8 e-tron is a big step forward for Audi. You can see they still have the virtual cockpit display in front of the driver here, but what really is new are the two multimedia and climate control displays in the center. So instead of the rotary knob MMI system that you are used to with Audis, these are actually going to be touchscreens. So that's a big departure for Audi. We'll see if that makes it to any of their production cars in the future. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. Here we've got the C7 Corvette Grand Sport, which in my opinion, I think this is a real sweet spot of the Corvette range. Get the looks and the aero treatment of the bigger models, but let's say a more reasonable power plant, normally aspirated. Absolutely stunning car. I would really like to pick up one of these in the next couple of years. Check out my plow. All right, if I could offer up any non-vital body organs for any vehicles here at this auto show, it would definitely be these, the Singer Porsches. You guys know what these are. These are absolutely amazing. This particular one looks like it's going to be a customer car. 4-liter engine, 6-speed transmission, Olin suspension, Brembo brakes. This thing is gorgeous. Whoever's getting this car is a very fortunate person. Behind me is a car that I appreciate and enjoy more than I expected. We've got the all-new Kia Stinger, which is a 4-door coupe, rear-wheel drive base platform. It's going to come in rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive variants. powered by a 3.3-liter twin-turbo engine, roughly 400 horsepower. You should see a lot of performance out of this car. It really should be a A4, A5, 4 Series competitor. Let's go take a look at the inside of this thing. See the hatchback design.
20 minutes.
Very practical.
It's a good test drive. Games.
Dodge proudly has their 6.2-liter supercharged tire smoke generator on display. Basically, these things spin around here, some stuff happens, CO2 and tire smoke come out. That's all you need to know. There behind me you can see the beautiful Dodge Viper GT. Just a great looking car. It's going to be sad to see this thing go from the marketplace. Love that trademark clamshell hood it's got. Let's go take a look at this thing. Big old V10 because, well, why not? Dodge, thanks. Good to know there's a wind advisory. I think I'd rather know if the Camaro Mustang next to me wants to race. Maybe you should work on that. Alaskan. Behind me isn't a new car, but it is one of my favorites. It's Cadillac CTSV, and this is arguably one of the best performance luxury sedans out there. This thing is an absolute beast. It has a presence unlike just about any performance sedan out there. The bulging fenders, absolutely massive 6-piston brakes with 2-piece floating rotors. Serious aerodynamics on this thing. Look at the size of this rear spoiler. This thing creates some serious downforce for a sedan. I mean, people basically call it a Corvette ZR1 with 4 doors, and that's really what it is. Behind me, I've got the 2018 facelifted, redesigned Subaru WRX STI. A couple highlights from the facelifted version. We now have 6-piston Brembo brakes standard with optional cross-drilled rotors. Visually, it's not all that much different than the outgoing 2017 model, but that's not a bad thing. Personally, I think it's a handsome-looking car, especially if you forego the rear wing if you don't need it. Also new in the STI is a electronic all-wheel drive system, which is a departure from the mechanical and electronic system the previous version of the car had. Be interesting to see if drivers appreciate the electronic system, which is said to transfer torque more quickly or faster than the outgoing version. Shifter is supposed to be smoother as well. Definitely are complaints of the outgoing STI having a rather notchy shifter. Infotainment system has a bigger screen, but you're not buying a WRX STI for the infotainment system, let's be honest. You want to rally, bro. Another vehicle I'm really looking forward to getting behind the wheel of is a Colorado ZR2, which is behind me. It's got the very high-end Multimatic DSSV suspension. You can see the dampers back there. I like this thing. I like the wide fenders. I think the size is right for me. Some of you guys know I have an F-150 myself. Don't actually need a truck that big. I think something Colorado size might be a little bit better for my needs. This particular one at the auto show isn't a diesel, but I would really like to try the 4-cylinder Duramax. Nice rock bar down here. I'm hoping that's functional. Yeah, it feels pretty solid. Here's a stunning Lexus LC500. Super Duty King Ranch. Also here for the first time in North America, we have the new S5 Cabriolet from Audi. This is Audi's latest entry on the MLB Evo platform, which is shared with the A4, which recently debuted in the latest generation. So the S5 Cabriolet this time around is powered by a V6 turbocharged hot side-in engine with a single turbocharger in the middle. Styling, as you can see, it's a great looking car. Finally coming to the US for Audi is a great looking A5 and S5 Coupe you can see behind me. These are 4-door coupe designs, very similar to an Audi A7 S7, but slightly smaller, obviously, based on the A4, A5 sized vehicle. You can see the flowing rear hatch. It's just a great looking car. Be looking forward to seeing these. Check out this beautiful Aprilia race bike. Brembo brakes, of course. Olin's front suspension. Look at the machine work here. Carbon ceramic rotor. Very nice. Mercedes has a whole range of plug-in electric hybrids on display, all denoted by the blue trimming. So you can see the blue brake caliper here and the blue trim along the rocker panel. Got a C-Class 350 here, going by an S-Class full-size. GLE SUV. Also the GLC. Yeah. Michelin Man.